Do you ever find yourself getting distracted, or after you've finished a really long day of work, feel like you really haven't accomplished much? You're definitely not alone. Lack of productivity is one of the biggest reasons businesses and entrepreneurs fail. And in today's video, I'm going to share with you 10 super simple productivity hacks to increase your production and increase your effectiveness in your business. So before we dive into these, I just want to point out that there is a big difference between productivity and busy, night and day. Productivity, you are actually accomplishing what needs to be done in order to move the needle in your business. Busy is you're just taking care of any and every task with basically no structure to it, and you're doing things that aren't actually going to increase your bottom line in your business. All right, let's get started. Number one is schedule versus routine. And I think this is extremely important for real estate agents because we have a lot of flexibility in terms of our schedule, which can lead to issues in how productive we are. Schedule wise, for the most part, you can control your own schedule, but if a buyer needs to go see a property right away, that's a different story. I focus on my morning and evening routine so that then I have flexible time that can be used as needed depending on how the day unfolds. Morning routine is something that absolutely everyone should establish. There are set things that I have to get done every single morning. I'm not one to wake up at 4 a.m., but my feet hit the ground at about 6:30 and I get my workout in, I have my coffee, and then I dive into emails that have to get taken care of. And then I work on my lead generation, which for me is for sale by owners and expireds. Schedule wise, I do not stick to a set schedule during the day. And I'll talk more about that because I work off of items that absolutely need my attention. I call it a power list. So schedule wise, I am not set to, at noon, I have to do X, Y, and Z. It depends on the day, but I do plan it out the night before, and that ties into an evening routine. So I have a morning routine and I have an evening routine. And my evening routine is designed so that once I'm up in the morning, I know exactly what I'm doing and when I'm doing it that following day. I don't waste any time thumbing through emails, deciding what I need to get done, picking out an outfit, none of that. It's all done the night before. Which leads me to number two, plan your power list the night before. Some of you might be thinking, the heck is a power list? A power list are my top priority items for the following day that they absolutely have to get done. They're non-negotiable. And I plan those the night before because I am at my prime in the morning. You won't catch me doing anything great after 9 p.m. My brain is dead by then. That's personal. You have to find out when you work best, but my peak is in the morning. So I want to know the night before the top 3, 4, max of 5 things that are my top priorities that have to get done. And that saves me time the following day because I'm not fumbling around looking at my to-do list, deciding what needs my immediate attention. Number 3, turn off the notifications on your phone. Ooh, I was so guilty of this for many years, actually. Notifications on your phone are distractions. They make you reactive. They take your focus away from what you're currently working on. And they really, really impact the productivity throughout your day. You could see an alert pop up on your phone, go take care of that, and before you know it, an hour has passed. And if you were working on your power list, then your whole day is probably thrown off because you got sidetracked by a notification on your phone. I'm not saying you need to turn them off all day long. Notifications have their place and they're important. But when you're working on the items that you absolutely have to get done, you need to turn those notifications off so that you can focus and dive in on what really needs your attention to move the needle in your business. Number 4, work on a 12-week year. So set your goals to be quarterly. And the reason for that is if you are setting a goal in January and saying, I've got a year to accomplish this goal, one, you're going to procrastinate and probably not accomplish the goal because it's just too long of an amount of time. And two, because of the amount of time that it takes to get through a year, you're not focusing in on what your mini goals are, and those mini goals are what are going to get you to your big goal. So if you are breaking the year down into quarters, then from there you can take your goals and break them down into what you're going to accomplish weekly, check in with yourself at the end of every single week, adjust as needed, and then at the end of each quarter, you also analyze where you are in relationship to accomplishing your big end of year goal. If you only set an annual goal or annual goals, it's just too long to be able to chip away, and your goals are not going to be accomplished, the last month of the year. Everything builds as you work throughout the year. So break things up, break it into a 12-week year, which is obviously quarterly. Number 5 is time blocking. And time blocking is a lot harder than it sounds. I definitely struggled with it when I first started doing it. But time blocking is a great way to increase your productivity. Start small, even if you're blocking 2 hours a day to lead generate or whatever it is you need to do that's a money-making activity for your business. You can start small and build up from there. I time block my mornings where my afternoons are more flexible because I know in the mornings I need to be focused on exactly what I have to get done in order to increase the bottom line in my business. So in the mornings, it's about time blocking and working on my business. And then the afternoons, I'll be working in my business, showing houses, listing appointments, meeting photographers, etc. But time blocking is a game changer as far as your productivity because you are essentially giving yourself a set goal of, for the next hour, I'm going to do X, Y, and Z. And then after that, you can be flexible if that's what you need. Number 6, if there is anything in your business that you do more than once, you need to be creating systems, processes, and templates, because investing the time to create any of those 3 will then save you time over and over and over again. An example, when I send an offer out to a client to review, much of what goes into that email is the same every single time. I tweak it for each client, but the bulk of the body of that email, I am now copy and pasting because I know that the same information as far as what's included in the offer and the admin docs is the same every single time. So I don't want to waste time typing that out each time I send an offer to a client. Same thing for example, your listing presentation. If you've worked on it and you've got it ready to go, print a bunch of them out, get the folders ready, because then every time you have a listing appointment, you can grab the folder. Of course, you're going to be adding property specific information with comps, but you won't have to go in, find all the different files that you need to print out and put in your listing packet. I do 5 at a time. It's a personal decision, but the bottom line is if there's anything in your business that you are consistently doing, sending out, writing, create systems, processes, templates, whatever applies to the task, so that you are putting an upfront investment in your time and then saving yourself a lot more time down the road. Number 7, take breaks every 90 minutes. It is proven that the brain cannot focus longer on one task than 90 minutes. For some of us, it's probably shorter. I know for me, after about an hour of doing the same thing, my brain is not as sharp as it was when I started, but definitely no more than 90 minutes. If you're working on something, let's say lead generation as an example, if you've been making calls for 90 minutes, put the phone down, go out, take a walk, get some fresh air, grab a cup of coffee, whatever it is to just give your brain a little bit of a break, and then you can get back to what you're doing. And it's important to factor in those breaks within your time blocking so that you are staying on your schedule throughout the day. Number 8 is batch similar task. So what I mean by that is if you are going to check your email in the morning at 7 a.m., then go through all of your emails at that time. Don't jump in and out. Don't jump from email and then maybe you go and enter a listing into the MLS and then you pop back into email. That's a huge time waster because it takes time for your brain to focus in on what you're doing. So it's better to stick to similar tasks. So for example, when I'm responding to all of my emails, I will also hop on Facebook Messenger and respond to any business related inquiries there as well. I'm responding to everyone at the same time, getting that taken care of so that then my email and my messages are fine to sit for the next couple of hours. I'm not jumping in and out. Number 9 is set SMART goals. SMART is, of course, an acronym. S is specific, M is measurable, A is attainable, R is relevant, and T is time-based. And this acronym is really, really important when you are going through your goal setting, because if you don't cover all of these bases, the odds of you attaining your goals are not too good. So when you are planning out your business for the quarter and going through and determining what you need to accomplish within the next 3 months, make sure you can assign each of those characteristics to your goal. And if you can't, I would strongly consider tweaking the goal so that it fits within the SMART acronym. Number 10 is self-care. If you are not taking care of yourself, you are not going to be productive in your business. You might be busy, but you're not going to be productive. If you are not running on all cylinders because you haven't been taking care of yourself, you've been eating like crap, you haven't been exercising, you haven't been getting enough sleep, maybe you've been drinking a little too much alcohol, all of those factors play into how you show up in your business. And you're not going to be able to show up at 100% if you don't take care of yourself. And self-care is different for everyone. There is no judgment on what you do for self-care. Just make sure that you do it. Maybe that means blocking time one afternoon to go for a long walk, or maybe it means going to a happy hour. Whatever it is that fulfills you and recharges your internal battery, make that a priority. That is a non-negotiable in your business. Because if you are not feeling 100% yourself, you're certainly not going to be able to give 100% to others, and that includes your business. Those are 10 things that will make a huge difference. They're all simple to do, but they're all really important so that every day is a productive day, not a busy day. I hope you all found this video helpful. If you did, please consider hitting the like or subscribe button.